There are three words which you are going to hear repeatedly between now and the June 8th general election in 5 weeks' time. They're going to anger you, frustrate you, aggrieve you, bore you. They are strong and stable, with Theresa May personifying strength and the Labour leader emblematic of weakness, should he win, overseeing a coalition of chaos which will drive Britain only over the edge. But what electoral guru, what genius, what mastermind could contrive such a catchphrase, could presume that the entirety of the British electorate is pig shit thick? Well, step forward one Lynton Crosby, aka the Lizard of Oz. Now, if that name sounds familiar to you, it probably should. After all, he worked on the Tory election campaigns of 2005 and 2015. And between those two dates, he worked on the Boris Johnson London mayor races in 2008 and 2012, before last year, in 2016, working for Zac Goldsmith's bid for City Hall, widely regarded as the most racist political campaign in recent British history. And it's precisely those politics of racism, of petty-mindedness, of xenophobia, which defined Crosby campaigns. He tried the exact same thing in the 2015 Canadian general election when he was recruited by the Conservatives. Then they were flailing against Justin Trudeau's Liberals, and he tried to make the issue of Muslim women wearing face coverings a wedge issue which could undermine their growing support. There, as with Zac Goldsmith in 2016, they said they'd got the tone very badly wrong. Everywhere he goes, from Canada to Sri Lanka, Australia to Great Britain, Lynton Crosby does not have any solutions for ordinary people. In fact, he's not even listening to the problems. And as long as he gets 51% of the country to hate 49%, he thinks he's done a superb job. Worried that you can't make ends meet at the end of the month, that your pay hasn't gone up for years, he couldn't care less. Discouraged that your children aren't getting the kinds of opportunities you think they deserve, they've got too much debt, and they're entering a world of work which is precarious and low paid. He doesn't mind. Angry that your parents or grandparents won't get the kind of social care they deserve, their needs not being met like they should, well, you know what, he could not care less. But want to be misled over trivial issues so that we can avoid the policies that really matter? Well, Lynton Crosby is your man. Want to have people that resemble talking loaves of bread discuss made-up words while we don't address the fact that Britain has a rigged economy? Well, Lynton Crosby is absolutely the electoral guru for you. Now, while Crosby does this absolutely everywhere, he does this crash and burn, divide and conquer strategy in every country he's ever operated in, it's in Britain in particular where his handiwork has been the most catastrophic. After all, he was working only in 2015 for the Conservatives on another general election, when we had David Cameron rather than Theresa May being the face of security, strength and stability, and Ed Miliband rather than Jeremy Corbyn being the one who would push us over the edge. But what's happened since then? Well, we've had Brexit. We've got the prospect now of a second referendum on Scottish independence. Irish unification is being talked about seriously for the first time in 100 years. And if that doesn't happen, we'll probably see, inevitably, a militarisation of the border between the north and the south. In addition to all of that, we've seen the assassination, horrifically, of an MP. Now, this isn't strength and stability. This is the natural consequence of the kind of politics which Lynton Crosby uses to power right-wing parties into government. Despair, hopelessness, anger, loss, hatred, no matter who you vote for. In countries where Crosby does his work, we all lose.